Back to our breaking news from California, where several separate enormous wildfires are taking a terrible toll, roaring out of control through large parts of rural Northern California and coastal Los Angeles. Officials are now confirming 9 deaths so far and fear that number will rise after they get a closer inspection of the burned out areas. CNN's Dan Simon is in Paradise, California, what's left of it, and Scott McLean is in Malibu. Dan, fire officials tell us that nearly every home, business, and building in that town is just gone.
Anna, this is a community of about 27,000 people, and it is completely paralyzed. Who knows when residents will be allowed back in? Maybe in a few weeks they can start going through the rubble, but in terms of when they'll actually be able to start living here again, that's going to be several years from now. Let me show you what one neighborhood looks like. This is basically total destruction. You can see this burned out vehicle. There are homes as far as the eye can see that have been destroyed. The thing that stands out when you go through this community is just how widespread the destruction is. We're talking about homes and businesses and churches and schools and retirement centers, you name it, it is all gone. Now, Anna, the good news is the containment number has gone up, but the bad news is the wind is supposed to be ferocious tonight. So crews are really concerned that we're going to start seeing more flames, but hopefully the containment lines will hold and we won't see more devastation. Anna, we'll send it back to you.
The skyline behind you is just kind of eerie looking. Dan Simon, thank you for that reporting. Scott, you were there in Malibu. Hundreds of thousands of people have wisely followed the evacuation orders. You and your crew, I know, saw for yourself today just how destructive the fires are there. What's the latest?
Hey, Anna, that's right. We're starting to lose light here in this part of California, but I can tell you that a good swath of Malibu is gone. You know, we're seeing pictures like this was a house. It's not anymore. Now, we haven't really seen any residents thus far because it's under mandatory evacuation order. I want to introduce you to one person, though, Scott Major, who's actually just coming back to his house for the first time. And Scott, I am so sorry, obviously, to look and see what's left of it. I just wonder, when you walked back here, what was your first reaction?
Just sick. It's just sickening to see. And it's hard to even have a reaction this short a period of time, you know. I pretty much knew the house was going to be gone when I left yesterday, trying to fight the fire coming up through the canyon with my dad, but you never really know until you see it. And it's gone. I mean, we have a lot to put back together, and just got to keep pushing forward. I don't know what else you can do.
You mentioned you were trying to fight the fire off. I wonder how successful you were with that and what you had to do that.
Yeah, obviously we weren't successful. Yeah, we had a few hoses and a few garden sprinkler setups, but it wasn't nearly enough for this canyon down here. It's thick. It's never burned to my knowledge. So
at what point did you decide that it was too dangerous to be here?
When the houses up on the street were on fire right next door to us, so we knew if we stayed any longer we wouldn't be able to get out of the driveway.
You mentioned you only had obviously moments to figure out what you were going to take with you. How do you decide what to take, you know, of your entire life worth of possessions?
You just think about the things that mean the most and that are the most valuable. Something that could help you out along the road if you need help from someone else, or, you know, grab and go and just fit as much as you can in there.
And quickly, Scott, you know, what do you do from now? Where are you going to stay? What are you going to do?
Stay with friends and family and people that want to have you, and everyone's so generous and hospitable, so we just got to stay with them and regroup and figure out what's next.
Well, thanks for talking to us, Scott. And again, I'm so sorry to see what's left of your home. And Anna, you know, the scary part here is that firefighters, they've had a bit of a lull today, but one official said don't get lulled into a false sense of security, because tomorrow, Mother Nature, she's going to turn on her fan again. The winds are expected to pick up, and firefighters are going to have another tough day battling these flames.
Scott McLean, thank you. Please send our best to Scott Major, who you were just talking to. So sad to see his loss. Dan Simon, thank you as well. Appreciate it, guys.